Part 3. This happened in that distant time when the race was returning from Dravidia. It was returning to its Belovodi, to its ancestral hearths and the source of life. The race walked past rare settlements in ancient Arimia. Glory once lived among the Arims, with gods visiting the celestial land. However, when their ruler broke the law by coveting creation, the gods' wind took away abundance, leaving sorrow. The great dragon was defeated in battle against the race. When the summer circle was reborn, Ahriman and Asura created a new world for peace and friendship. The great dragon was defeated at the battle, where it tried to fight against the great race. When the summer circle was reborn, Ahriman and Asura created a new world so that their peoples could live in peace and friendship and not bring misfortune to others. One cannot commit indecent acts and destroy the creation while dreaming of happiness. No one can build their own fortune at the expense of another's happiness. For this is what the gods have bequeathed to us since ancient times, to create good and to protect it firmly. No one can create his own destiny by building it at the expense of the happiness of another. For this is what the gods have bequeathed to us since ancient times, to create good and to protect it firmly. The Dravidians and Nagas learned this wisdom when our ancestors bestowed the Vedas upon them. They gave up indecent deeds after learning about the eternal heavenly laws. The gods commanded that good deeds be done in Midgard in the great Cyrus. Listening to the heavenly law and their conscience, they must create during dark times and teach other peoples in beautiful Midgard to live by God's laws. God's power helped the peoples to create, guiding their lives towards good deeds. The sacred source that was preserved in the ancient glades nourished the race. The gods foresaw the darkness in Midgard and promised to help the descendants of the races. In ancient times, 3 moons shone over Midgard. A source was hidden deep within the earth, accessible only in ancient glades. It gathered power below, surfacing in select places. This divine power didn't flow everywhere, only where legends say the gods infused life into Midgard. They gave the world divine purpose, guiding people to great achievements. But the eternal source of divine power did not flow in every land. It only flowed in places where, according to legends, the gods invested the forces of life into Midgard. They endowed the world with divine meaning, guiding the peoples towards great achievements. Enemies invaded, violating the Uhari Sea's sanctities, seeking the sacred source lost by the pigs of power. 7 circles journeyed on golden-maned horses. Their goal is to find the sacred source, which the pigs of power have lost forever. 7 circles hastily set out on their journey, riding on tall golden-maned horses. 6 days later, by the Uhari Sea, they saw the fires in the ancient sanctuary. They laid all the bodies of the slain on the pyre and lit the sacred fire according to the ritual. Having performed the memorial for the defenders of the world, 2 squads set off in search of the enemies. One was led by Yngliizm the Many-Wise, and there were 39 knights beside him. Their squad aimed for the eastern lands, lying across the sea in the rising sun of Irili. There, they discovered the enemy's tracks, leading to the ancient source of life. But the enemy did not see those sacred paths, along which the sages went to the source. The forest spirit led them in circles through the woods, trying to lure them into the swampy waters. On the untraveled paths at the peaks of white stone, Dorislav led the 2nd squad. Their goal is to block all escape routes for those who disturb the peace of the sacred source. By the 3rd night, after the memorable memorial, Yngliizm discovered the enemy camp. The night concealed the knights under a dark cover, helping them approach the enemy camp. Clear falcons, guided by the Spirit of God, struck all the foreign enemies at once. Many enemies fled the battlefield, hoping to escape the law of retribution. But in the dark forests at the peaks of white stone, Dorislav's squad was waiting for the enemies. Enemies faced retribution. Let this lesson be known: the sacred land does not forgive evil. May this bitter lesson be known to the enemies, that the land of the sacred source does not forgive evil. With this, Radimir finished his song. It will live on in the hearts of the entire race. They say it will be passed down through generations to the descendants, and also sung at the fairs of Vendagard.